Hello, hello, beautiful people. Hello. I am your wonderful host, Chi Smith. Welcome to the Inner Chi Show. And as always, we start off with identifying with a little music, okay? And so today we're going to talk about grounding, grounding ourselves. And just to get you guys started, and for those of you who have joined on time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us know where you are tuning in from. We love to know where our audience is tuning in from. And today we're a little bit slow mo, but today is about grounding, okay? Grounding, reconnecting with earth, reconnecting with nature. And generally, with grounding, we're going to talk about grounding in a way that you are just in tune with yourself. And so, today, whether you are in the kitchen, if you're in your living room, if you're in your car, I just want to take this time, as we all know, we start off with music because we want to connect with the energies that are going to be here on tonight's show. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. I welcome you. Welcome to the Inner Chi Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. Please let us know where you are tuning in from because we love our audience and we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. So at this moment in time, I wanted to share this with you guys because the energy has just been so radical here within the past week. And so what I wanted to do today is to kind of quiet things down because as we may know and we may not know, sometimes we have to stop the world a little bit, okay? We have to push the pause button on all of the things that are happening because as we know it or not, the external things that are happening around us could also affect us. And so what we learn here, we have fun while learning. Those of you who are already a part of the Inner Chi Show knows that everything is all about having fun while learning. So we're absolutely going to have fun today. However, again, the energies have been so radical and have been high, and so the energies here within the past week have been kind of affecting some people and or attempting to affect people, trying to shake up your world. So I just want to give you this opportunity to stop. Look, you've already tuned in, so you have a full hour of chi. Okay, and so right now, chi, what does that mean? Chi is energy. You guys know that, right? And so in the earth is where we find true energy, which is where in earth chi comes from. So in this moment in time, I just want you to get grounded. I want you to just quiet yourself, quiet your mind. We're going to get to the learning. We're going to get to the learning, but this is your moment. This is your moment to go into your room, close the door. This is your moment to go into the kitchen and put your earbuds in. This is your moment to sit crisscross applesauce on the couch. Okay, turn that TV off and get grounded. So right now, what we're going to do is we are going to just ground ourselves and we're going to quiet things. We're going to quiet our spirits and we're going to quiet the noise in our heads. And we are just going to get in tune with ourselves. So if you will, join me as we ground ourselves right now.
I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. light.
Those of you who have just joined us, welcome to the Inner Chi Show. We're taking this moment to ground ourselves. So if you're coming in and there's not a lot of hoopla, that's okay. We are going to teach ourselves how to get grounded. We're going to teach ourselves how to quiet the noise. We're going to teach ourselves on how, no matter what external factors are trying to shift us to a different energy, we have to ground ourselves. We have to reconnect with who we are. And so in this moment in time, we are pressing the pause button, okay? We are pressing the pause button, and this is your moment. This is your time. You've exercised, you've cooked dinner, you've ran errands, you've gone to work. And so this is your moment. This is your moment. This is the Inner Chi Show, okay? We're about energy here. And we're also going to get to the learning. As you guys know, we have fun while learning, but in this moment in time, there's been a lot happening here within the past week. And so we want to take this opportunity to ground ourselves. So
Mistakes that I have made, already of the pieces of the dream that I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. All light. Yeah. All light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am divinity divine. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
thank you guys for that wonderful moment. Yes, yes, that's right. Quiet blessings. That's right. Thank you guys for tuning into the Inner Chi Show. Listen, we're all about balance. We're about bringing balance to an unbalanced lifestyle. And you're like, wow, I tuned in today and things are a little bit softer, a little bit calmer. And at times you have to do it again. It's about balance. It's about balance. We can, have high energies, and we definitely do not succumb to the low energies, because as we understand, low energies bring about a different energy that is not necessarily healthy to our well-being. However, it is also a moment to take time out for you. To take time out for you. You've run all the errands, you've run the children around, you've answered the call of your parents and your cousins and your aunties, and you started making dinner. You may be in the kitchen right now, but when do you stop the clock to focus on you, to become one with yourself, to quiet the noise in your head, right? That was a moment of meditation. If you've never meditated before, congratulations. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. You just meditated for about 5 minutes. Yeah. You became one with yourself, and you were listening to the words, I am light. And you also heard the words that the wonderful artist was sharing, what she's not. And then you also heard her talk about what she is. And so I ask you today, we're going to talk about willpower. So if you have your pen and paper in handy, let's get it out, because we're going to be learning today. As you guys know, we have fun while learning. Those of you who are just tuned in, welcome to the Inner Chi Show. Listen, where we bring balance to an unbalanced lifestyle. And You guys just missed a wonderful meditation moment. However, it's okay. You can catch the replay and get your meditation on. Yes. Okay. And you guys see the song at the bottom. Take some time out after the show and play it. Play it in your car, even if you have to go sit out in your car. Okay. There's been plenty of times where you have to take it by force. You have to take things by force. And we're going to talk about authority tonight. I think oftentimes we don't maximize on various things because we don't understand the power and the authority in which we possess internally. You have to take your peace by force sometimes. Sometimes you have to just leave the kids in the house, go in the garage, sit in your car, count to however many numbers you need to count to, and breathe. And breathe. Take a moment. This is the Inner Chi Show. Listen, for a full hour, you have me, and you have the energy in which we bring. It's been a rough week. And not just because it's Tuesday, I'm saying a rough week. I'm talking about since last Tuesday. Since last Tuesday, 7 days ago. And if you're not sure what's happening, there's shifts that's happening. There are some shifts that's happening. And if we don't understand where we are, if we don't get grounded, we're going to miss it. You guys have heard me say this for the past 3 weeks. When this week has been the third week. And if you follow me, Chi Smith, on Facebook, you will watch the videos. And I've been speaking about we are in a certain season right now, and it's simultaneous. We are in a reaping from the things that we've already planted, but then we're also in a sowing season. And so along with that, you have to find yourself being grounded because you can get caught up in not knowing if you're in your reaping season and or if you are in a planting season so that you can reap later. Okay. So just a few affirmations and then we're going to get this party started. Okay. A few affirmations. I love myself. When was the last time you wrapped your arms around yourself and just easy, tight? This is a different show tonight, y'all. Okay? This is about you. This is about you. This is your moment. When was the last time you wrapped yourself in your own arms? And literally meant it. Okay? See, this is your own energy. Embracing you. Oftentimes we want hugs from other people. And see, what we have to understand is spirits are transferable. So if you waiting for that Johnny come lately to hold you and caress you, well, do you know where Johnny come lately just came from? Johnny come lately could be coming with some stuff and dropping off on you while you're waiting on that caressing. It's a different show today, guys. It's a different show. Yeah, you got to love yourself. Another affirmation, I take time out for me. Again, this is the Inner Chi Show where you are taking the time out for you to stop the clock, to press pause. I know that's right, Miss Jacqueline. Miss Jacqueline said, Miss Jacqueline said, love hugging me. Yes. Come on now. Sincere love it. I love it. Yes. 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 We have to tell ourselves that I take good care of myself. Ooh. I take good care of me. Now we know you good. You good and you good and you good. And you take care of everybody else. You answer the phone for everybody else. You answer the call. You show up at the appointments. You show up at the games. You show up at the party. You show up at the organizational event. But do you take good care of yourself? You're doing so much for everybody. But what about you? What about you? My body heals itself naturally. Ooh. Do you even believe that? Do you even believe that your body heals itself naturally? Mm. We probably will see a lot of things happening if we just tuned into ourselves. Again, you running around with Sally Sue and Uncle Ray Ray and Jim Bob and Gracie. Ooh, what about this one? I make choices that support my health. I make choices that support my health. See, here at the Inner Chi Show, and I did not share this in the beginning, and I should have. I am the owner and founder of In Earth Chi. In the earth is where we find true energy. You heard me say that earlier. And this journey, this this company was birthed through a journey that I had to take. And once I started taking time out for me, being in tune with me, listening to my body, listening to my mind, I started healing. I didn't have to go see a specialist. I didn't have to go see a physician. It was literally an individual journey, and I listened. I quieted the noise and I listened. And once I listened, I took action. And with action came results. Hmm. Let me just make it plain. It's a piece of cake in the house. Something in you say, I want that cake. But something in you too tell you don't need that cake. Oh, but you don't quiet that voice that say you don't need that cake. You don't. You don't quiet that voice. You shut that down. See, I don't do sugar. I do natural sugars. I don't do sugars. And I realized that I wasn't missing anything when I said no to the sugar. And my body began to create its own source of healthy sugars. You never know unless you try it. You never know unless you try. Welcome to the Inner Chi Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. Listen, this is a good one today. I hope you guys is getting something. Look at me using my southern is getting something that is not grammatically correct. But yes, we have gotten into this thing. Let us get this party started. Yes, now.
She's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way. Only for the sake of you and your legacy to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimander and the Supreme Hugger, Chi Smith. Chi Smith.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Inner Chi Show. I am your beautiful host, Chi Smith. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. We just did a wonderful meditation earlier, guys. Listen, we were talking about grounding, and today's topic is willpower, the will versus the power. Write that down. Told y'all, get your pen and pad. We going to school today. The will versus the power. Now, listen, you guys have heard the word willpower. Willpower. Gotta have willpower. Yeah. I have figured out that willpower literally is finishing what you began. I was listening to a wonderful speaker not too long ago. And as simple as this example is, it made sense. So, one of the examples was willpower, having the willpower, finishing what you began. So, how many of us, when we get up in the morning, we immediately make our bed? The act of going to sleep is absolutely necessary. The start of the event is sleep. But how do we know that you finished sleeping if you don't make that bed up? Come on now. For real. How do we know that the act of sleeping has been complete unless you make your bed up? All right. You'd be surprised how many grown folks don't make their beds. But anyway, that's another show. Another example. If you don't get up when that first alarm clock goes off, to give yourself enough time to get your day started, make yourself breakfast, eat your breakfast. The example that this speaker said was complete the act of eating your breakfast. What is that? Wash your dish. And I said, huh. And this hit home to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I often make breakfast for my family in the mornings. And after everyone eats, those dishes are in the sink until someone gets home from school or from work. Totally transparent. And I thought about it and I said, okay, I guess it's kind of almost like when you're at the dinner table and after you finish eating, you just get up and walk away. Like, how will anyone really know that you're finished eating unless you toss your plate away if it's disposable and or put it in the sink to let the person know who's cleaning the kitchen that you're finished eating? Let's be honest. If someone left a plate on the table and just got up and walked away and didn't come back for 30 minutes, you think that maybe they were on their way coming back. So, you know, finishing what you began, that creates willpower. Doing better than you think you can. You know, it's kind of like kiddos when they say, this is all I can do. Well, how will you know? How will you know? Doing something better than you think you can. I think I can only drive 5 miles, but maybe if you went another couple miles, you would never know if you can go another couple miles if you don't. It's kind of like exercising, right? And we're going to get to that, right? Willpower is like, it's a muscle. You got to work at it. And you'll hear me talk about that. It's a muscle. You got to work at it. How will you know? Doing more than you think you can. So not only doing better, but doing more. So going back to working out. Oh, I'm just going to run these 2 miles and that's it. That's all I can do. Is it? Is it? Is that all you can do? What about trying 3 miles this week? Come on now, we got some fitness people. I know we got some fitness people on the line. My sister Amanda is here. Yes, how will you know? How will you know that you can make baked chicken if you never try to bake chicken? Yes. How will you know? Willpower is something you have to work at. It's something you have to work at. And we're going to talk about some challenges with willpower, and then we're going to also talk about ways to increase your willpower. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the will. The will. The will. Will. What does the will mean? Not the, not the document that you leave behind for the family. Not that. We're talking about a desire, the do, the choice. Having a tendency to. That sounds like something intentional, don't you think? The will. The will. Will versus power. Desire, do, choice, consent. What are you intentional about? What are you consciously, excuse me, attempting to do or attempting to accomplish? What is your desire? What's the desire? Will is choice. What are you choosing to do? Wow. Expressing the future tense. So that lets me know that there's a chance of something happening when we're talking about the will. So we said desire, choice, consent, tendency, having the tendency to, the do. That sounds like something that it's in your hands and or you are capable of doing. No one else can have a desire for you but you. No one can do unless you do. You have choices. We're talking about willpower today, guys. Willpower. If you just tuned in, welcome to the Inner Chi Show. I am your host, Chi Smith, the founder of Energy LLC. Yes, Energy, where you find true energy. In the earth is where you find true energy. We were talking about will versus power, the will versus the power. So we just found out that willpower in itself means to basically finish what you began. So if I'm finishing something, that means I desire to start something. That means I made a choice to begin something. Wow. That's right, Miss Glenda. Yes, I made choices to improve my health. Yeah. Yeah. It's a choice. You're operating in the will, if you will, right? Yeah. Will versus power. That's right, Miss Glenda. Will versus power. Get that in your spirit. The will is intentional. Are you intentional about your peace? Are you intentional about your health? Are you intentional about completing what you started, that project, that business plan, that next solution or product within your portfolio? that plan to go get more clients. The will, having a tendency, a choice. Consent, I give myself permission. Are you giving yourself permission? Are you giving yourself permission to finish what you started? Yeah, yeah. Miss Jacqueline says, I always do more. Step, minute, chapter, and etc. It gives me mental and spiritual strength. That's right. That's right. You got to do more. And you know when you've done more. Come on, right? You know when you've done more. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the power. And then we're going to tie it all in, talk about those challenges and ways to increase our willpower.
What is an autoimmune disease, you may ask? It is a condition in which your immune system attacks your body. The immune system responsibility is to guard against germs like bacteria and viruses. When it senses these foreign invaders, it sends out a signal of fighter cells to attack them. In an autoimmune disease, the immune system confuses parts of your body, like your joints or your skin, as foreign. It releases proteins called autoantibodies that attack healthy cells. Autoimmune diseases can target one or more organs. For example, type 1 diabetes damages the pancreas, while others like lupus affect the whole body. With ENearthG, they help everyday people such as yourself with understanding their conditions, help them manage it, and build a long-lasting healthy lifestyle. Of course, this is through holistic practices and home remedies. So what are you waiting for? Come on and join the ENearthG journey.
All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning into the Energy Show. You could be anywhere else and doing anything else, but you chose to give us an hour of power of your time. Thank you so much. I am your host, Chi Smith. And listen, tonight we're talking about will versus power, the will versus the power, and bringing it together, willpower. You guys know that we have fun while learning here at the Energy Show. Listen, and we're all about learning, having fun while learning. That's and understanding words. Understanding words. We use words every single day, but are the words helping you or are they hurting you? Are you speaking life or are you speaking death? Oftentimes we're not even sure, because if we understood what the real words and or root words and meaning behind what we speak, we would know how to use them in order to enhance either our life or someone else's life. Okay? Yes. Awesome. Awesome. So we talked about the will, right? We talked about the will. We talked about having the tendency to. We talked about the capacity, the choice. We talked about the consent. We talked about it being a desire. Okay, we talked about it being a do, right? It's intentional. It's intentional. Okay, so now let's talk about the power. You know, we think about power, strong, not so much. Okay, which willpower is it's like a muscle. You have to work it out now. You have to work it out, but that comes with your will. That comes with that do. That comes with that making that choice. Okay, now power. Possession of control, power, authority. Yeah, I can see that, right? I can see that. I can see that. Influence over others. Let's think about that for a minute. Are you influential? Do you know that you're influential? Some of us walking around here, we don't even know that we got influence. That part. You have authority. Did you know that? Did you know that? You have power. You. So not only do you have choices, not only do you have desires, not only do you have the ability to be intentional, but I have the authority to be intentional. I told y'all, will versus power, put them together, willpower. We got to understand words. We use words every day, but do you know what it means to you? Can you find it applicable to yourself? Yes. Yeah. Come on now. Miss Jacqueline, what is when I do more, my will like a muscle grows and strengthens my ability to complete whatever I start. I know that's right, Miss Jacqueline. Say that. Say that. Yes. You have the authority. You have influence. You. Yes. Who told you you didn't have influence? Who told you you didn't have authority? Who told you that? See, that goes back to that grounding, that beautiful meditation moment that we had earlier in the show. I told you this is a different type of show today. See, we had to shift a certain energy. And today we're going to understand that our willpower is all about shifting out the negative energy and inputting the positive energy to know the position in which you stand. You have authority. You have influence. This is the part that got me. Power is science, right? Y'all know I love science. And it said a source. It first said a source, and that, listen. So that means it's an item, it's a thing. A source. Generally, when we think about a source, we think about the main, event or the main hub, the main location. It's the source. It's the thing that gives life. It's the thing that gives death. It's the thing that controls. Power is a source. Are you the source? Do you know that you are the source? And then it went on to say that supplies energy. Guys, different show today. I hope you're getting some. Guys. Wow. This is for you. This is for you. Then, did you know that power was a verb? I said a verb. Come on now. Yes, with this grammar. It's a verb, y'all. It says, and it reads, to move about. This is what got me. To move about with great speed. You guys have the authority to move about at great speed. Your desire can move about at great speed. Your choices can move about at great speed. Your consent can move about at great speed. Your intentions can move about at great speed. Woo! Y'all a whole verb up in here. You guys a whole verb. For real? God, dog. The will versus the power. Power, authority. Power, influence over others. Are you walking in your power? Are you walking in your authority? Have you made the choice, which is the will, to influence others, which is the power? It's a choice. It's a whole choice in this joint. You got to be intentional about what you're trying to accomplish. We said willpower is finishing what you began. Are you walking in your divine willpower to finish what you began? to finish what has been purposed in you. Now, see, that's going to take us somewhere. We ain't got enough time today. Man, a whole verb. To move about with great speed. Did you even know that you can move fast? Some of y'all walking around here slow poking. You're slow poking. You're doing stuff all slowful. You got a slowful spirit about yourself. Come on now. You can't be talking about I'm operating in my divine power. Oh, power belongs to me. Baby! And you're walking around here all slowful. You're getting stuff done 6 months later. Y'all play too much. I love y'all. I love you. And I love you so much. I'm here every Tuesday. Welcome to the Inner Chi Show. If you're just not tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. I am your wonderful host, Chi Smith, the founder and owner of Inerchi. Yes, Inerchi. What does that mean? In the earth is where we find true energy. And as we know, Chi means energy. Yes. And we had a beautiful meditation moment, didn't we, guys? We had a beautiful meditation moment earlier. You can catch it on the replay. You'll be glad that you did. Yes. Come on now, verbs up in here. Verbs, whole verbs. When you're talking to somebody, just call them out. Come on, verb. Come on. Come on, power. Come on, authority. Come on, influence over others. Yeah. Y'all play too much. Come on now. Now, the challenge. Why do we have a challenge with willpower? Why do we have a challenge with making a choice, understanding our desires, giving ourselves consent, being intentional? Why do we have a challenge with walking in our divine authority? Why do we have a challenge with moving at great speed? Because oftentimes it's hard for us to finish what we started because it's not our true desire. Let me read that again. The challenge with operating in willpower is because oftentimes it's hard for us to finish what we started because it's not our desire. You walking out someone else's choice. You walking out someone else's desire. You walking out someone else's due. You walking out someone else's intentions. See, let me bring it closer to home. It's like, you know, that particular boss or manager or whatever, you got a little challenge with them because they want you to do something that you're not really comfortable with doing. They want you to walk out something. They want you to operate in a spirit of authority, but it's not something that you would technically do. So the challenge to operate in that is it ain't working for you. It ain't working. Come on, what the people saying? What the people saying, Ms. Jacqueline? Power, control, influence, authority. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, awesomely powerful. Bless you, sincere. Bless you. Oh, Mr. Warner requires action. Yes, you gotta do the do. Come on, not the do, not what grandma and them say. Do not that do. Okay, the wheel. The wheel, y'all. Walking and drinking water now to get it. Come on. Oh, is that 10,000? Girl, come on, Miss Glenda. 10,000 steps, baby. Yes. And you have the authority to do so. Come on. Yeah, that's the challenge. The challenge is it's not our desire anyway. And sometimes that's where burnout comes from. Because maybe you're doing something that someone recommended, but that ain't really what you would do, technically. But did you go to the source? Because from what I remember now, power would say you are a source. Power means the source, a source. So you can absolutely not do what's recommended. You can take a moment and do what we did earlier and get grounded and connect with yourself and quiet the noise and understand what's really going to be beneficial, what's really going to bring about the positive and right results. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I hope y'all getting some. Yes. 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 So let's talk about ways. A couple of ways. 3 ways. We're going to talk about 3 ways to increase your willpower. 3 ways. 3 ways. 3 ways. 3. Okay. 3 ways. Again, hopefully you guys have your pen and pad. Y'all know we learn here at an Earth Shoe. We have fun while learning. Hope y'all having fun. Y'all having fun? Give me a thumbs up if you're having fun. Give me a thumbs up if you're having some fun. Love it, love it, love it. Number 1, get some adequate rest. Sleep. Sleep, 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 sleep. Get adequate amount of sleep. Why do you say that, Chi? Well, some of us get a little cranky when we don't get enough rest. Let's be clear about that. Yes. Some of us get a little cranky when we don't get enough sleep. And when you don't get enough sleep, when you don't get enough rest, there are certain results that come with that, right? As we know, there are certain results that come with that, right? Stress, unwanted stress, because we're not allowing the body to rest. Did you not know that you burn calories when you rest, when you get adequate rest? Did you know that that is the pivotal times when healing is happening, when you are resting? Come on now. Oh, this is the Inner Chi Show. We bring balance to an unbalanced lifestyle. So when you don't get enough rest, when you don't have an adequate amount of sleep, some of the results of that is stress. Another result of that, of inadequate sleep, is cravings. With cake, candy bars, ice cream, gummy bears, cravings, not just sugary stuff. A little salty to the point we putting sugary and salty together. Come on, no shade to the snacks. You know that y'all know them snacks with the little, I ain't gonna say the brand names, but y'all know the little sugary sweet. Just gotta have it. Just gotta have a soda. Just gotta get it in my system. Cravings. Yes. Trying to figure out where it came from. Who ain't had that? I got a taste for. When the last time you been asleep? Temptations. Ooh. When you don't get enough adequate sleep, temptations. What does that mean? That means you become impulsive. You start just making decisions. You start making choices. Yeah. You start making choices at that moment that are impulsive, that, you're not fully thinking it through because you ain't slept. You rocking off for 3 hours of sleep in 24 hours, in 48 hours. You can't think clearly. So when someone brings something to you, you don't have enough mental capacity to slow things down, or your reasoning and your logic is just off. So then you just make a decision. Yeah. Another one, meditate. We talked about meditate earlier, which is why we took an opportunity to meditate at the beginning of the show. If you missed that wonderful opportunity, please go back and press replay, share with some friends. Yeah, you'll be glad that you did. Meditate. Meditation is important as we are increasing our willpower. Why? Because it allows more gray matter. It allows more gray matter and it allows more density in the brain. And generally it's here. You guys see me touching here. This is your frontal lobe, okay, or your frontal cortex. And this is where decision making happens. Right here. Right there. So a way to increase your willpower is by meditating, quieting the noise. When you quiet the noise, you allow more density to become visible in the brain, which will allow you to have better decision-making capabilities. That's where your fight or flight takes place. How many times have you been cranky, ain't had enough sleep? Someone say something to you, you popping off. Your fight or flight. Yeah. In order to increase your willpower, you got to make sure you have some quiet time so that your desires or your choices or your intentions are walking in divine authority, is influencing others, is making moves at the right speed. All right, guys, we're going to do one more commercial and then we'll come back with our last way to increase our willpower.
Hi, everyone. It's Chi Smith here, the founder of NRFG Therapy. What is NRFG Therapy, you may ask? Well, NRFG Therapy is a place of comfort and no judgment zone. What are the benefits of experiencing NRFG Therapy? Well, here, one will receive an increasing amount of individual self-awareness, encouragement, self-love, identifying boundaries, enhancing communication skills, and improving the use of healthy coping mechanisms. Who is NRFG for? NRFG is for anyone looking for alternative methods toward a healthier lifestyle. NRFG has a strong community focus on those who fall into the autoimmune, deficiency, and disease community. Why, you may ask? Great question. Like many in this community, NRFG too is a member of this community. And what better way than to identify with someone who has learned to manage sustainability while too assisting others. So for a limited time, NRFG is waiving the first timer consulting fee. And guess what? Your first class for free. Yes, guys, it's free. So in essence, you will receive 5 sessions for the price of 3. That's a pretty doggone good deal. Now again, for a limited time, NRFG is waiving the first timer consulting fee and your first class for free. All individual appointments are offered in person and or virtually. So sign up today at www.nerfg.com. That's www.inearthgie.com. Go to the services tab and click on NRFG COVID-19 Well Now.
All right, guys, welcome to the Energy Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. Listen, you guys have been down for the ride today, and I appreciate you. And I really hope and pray that today's lesson and session was very valuable to you. Listen, for the past 3 weeks, we have been doing some intense learning. And you know what? We're all about bringing balance to an unbalanced lifestyle. So, hey, every week, bring your pen and pad. We're going to do some learning. And we're going to just dissect words and understand, are these words given life? Are they given death? Have I been speaking life? Have I been speaking death? Oh my gosh, what have I really been speaking? What have I been speaking? So today we've been talking about the will versus the power. We talked about the will, we talked about the power and what it means to us. And we talked about the challenge with willpower. Willpower is about, it's a muscle. You got to work it out. You got to finish what you began. You got to do better than what you think. You got to do more than what you think you can do. Okay. And the challenge about all of that is oftentimes it's not our desire. We're operating in a capacity that doesn't belong to us. So we are learning three ways on how to increase our willpower. And the first one was to get adequate amount of sleep. Adequate amount of sleep. Yes, you'd be amazed what sleep can do for you. You be feeling all energized and you able to do, you've been able to do 15 errands that day. Yes, 15 errands that day, right? Okay, the second thing is meditate. Meditate. Why? Because it creates the gray area, the gray matter. Okay, it creates more density in the brain, right? It allows for positive decision making, right? That is here in the frontal cortex of our brain. That's where decision making happens. This is things that are immediate. And if we don't get enough adequate sleep, then how? And if we're not meditating, if we're not taking time to quiet the world, how do we know that the decisions that we're making are valuable, are impactful? You guys already have the power. You have the influence over others. But if you're not taking time out for yourself to quiet the world, to get centered, then how do you know that you're making the right decisions? This is where fight or flight takes place. So are you fighting or are you on autopilot chilling? Okay. And the last one before we get out of here, guys, the last one is work out your to-do list. You should have a to-do list every single day. You should know what you want to do every single day. Don't get caught up in all the fluff. Don't get caught up in what people think you should do. Do what you know you are to do. And then pat yourself on the back and say, and it was good. Okay? And it was good. I accomplished a lot today. And whatever you don't finish today, leave it for tomorrow. But make sure that you wake up what? With intentions, the will. The next day. See, today is almost over. And so whatever you don't get done today before you lay your head down to get that adequate sleep, leave it for tomorrow. Create your to-do list tonight and write down what you did not accomplish today. Let that be 1, 2, and 3 for tomorrow. And when you wake up, you're going to be energetic. You're going to take some time out for yourself, and you're going to be intentional about the day. You are going to get things done. You got to create a to-do list and work that to-do list. Don't get caught up in the fluff. If you're busy, don't answer the phone. Silence your phone. If you know for 2 hours, you need 2 hours to knock out this project, silence your phone for 2 hours. But gee, I don't know who's going to call me. Listen, I promise you, God gonna work it out. God gonna work it out. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. You have to believe that you're not gonna miss any opportunities because you're powerful. You are the source. You have to tell yourself, I will not miss any opportunities today. Yeah. We gotta talk, we gotta speak nice to ourselves. We gotta be nice. We gotta be nice. That's right. That's right. Come on, Miss Vivian. Don't get caught up in the fluff. The first thing we do, we turn on social media. Now, I'm not saying I don't, but what I am saying is, you know what? I'm gonna get social media about 5 minutes and then I'm gonna get on up. You know what I'm saying? Because I got stuff to do. I got peoples. I got things. I got apartments. I got stuff. Before you know it, you on there for hours. And you did not work out your to-do list. Don't get involved in things that are not producing progress. Don't do it. Don't do it. The will versus the power, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Energy Show. I love you. I love you. I love you. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantabulous. Go back and hit that replay button. Okay, share with a friend, a family member, a co-worker, even an enemy. Okay, who cares? Listen, share the good news of this energy right here. Love y'all. Have a good one.
She's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way, only for the sake of you and your legacy to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimander and the Supreme Hugger, G. Smith.